Hey, good morning, everyone. Hold up. Shut this. Go. Get some of the clutter out of the way. Anyways, good morning. Today is June 23rd, 5th. June 25th, 2025 is a Wednesday. It's been a day so far. I'm extremely tired. I was up late last night to watch my last video log. I was up till 5, got up at 10:30. So Corey called me around 10:30 and was like, "Hey, gym time." So went to the gym, hit legs for about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and I was just like, "This isn't fun anymore, bro. Let's go home." So went home. We played some video games together, Korey and I, and then after about an hour, I went downstairs and prepped the steaks that I had thawing to cook, and then picked a couple more green beans, and then made steak and green beans, and kind of crazy because this is the first time in my life I've ever eaten something that I grew. Like I grew it and I'm eating it. It's weird to me. It's kind of crazy. I've just always shopped at the store, and so did that. Did everything, and then Ava and I watched an episode of the Vampire Diaries, and then we hung out for a little bit, and then I was like, all right, time to make video logs. And I've spent the last 10 minutes writing a video log description for yesterday. Descriptions. Yeah, yesterday was a fun day, and I was up till 5, so I was like, I'm not making a video log, I don't care. But all the goals for the day are to brush teeth, morning video log, gym with Corey, throw away chicken. Today's trash day, we had some frozen chicken that needed thrown away. I didn't throw it away, so it's still in the freezer. It'll get thrown away eventually. And then recovery video log I'll do right after this. Work at 4, haven't done yet. And then nap, didn't get to do. Cook steaks and cook green beans. And I'm also going to add organize laundry if I have time. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, day's been solid so far. I'm going to get on the recovery video log and then see. I have another hour and a half before I got to leave for work, so I have to find something to do. So yeah, day's been solid. Have I done anything notable today at all? Not really, just cooking. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how the goals go in the evening, and I will see you then. Peace.
One eternity later.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Today is June 25th, 2025. It is a Wednesday. I did make a morning video log today, even though I was so tired. So we went to bed at 5 last night and woke up at 10:30 because Corey wanted to go to the gym with me. And so we went to the gym, got home, played some video games, and I was in my sleep, in my seat. But I took my focus medication, so I was locked in. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep, dude. So I went downstairs and then was prepping lunch because I worked up a appetite at the gymnasium. And then gymnasium, it's a gym, but whatever. And then picking out eyebrow hairs. Yeah, prep the steaks and then cook some green beans. I think I talked about how it's the first time in my life that I've grown a vegetable and then cooked it and eaten it, which I thought was sick. It's pretty cool. And then watch Vampire Diaries, and it's getting good, dude. It's getting really, really good. I can't wait for them to introduce Raina Cruz in the flesh, see her. And then Ava and I hung out, did some dishes, and I think I made my video log right after that. And then wrote my video log descriptions, recorded the video logs, and then I played some R.E.P.O before work. It's actually a fun game. I died on level 2. Pissing me off, dude. And then went to work. Work was really alright. Oh, I also organized my load of laundry before work. So all the goals for the morning were to brush teeth, morning video log, gym with Corey, throw away chicken. Didn't end up doing that. It was tragic. The garbage truck had already come when we got back from the gym. Recovery video log, work at 4, nap, cook steaks, cook green beans, and organize laundry. Did half of organized laundry, so I did a flat slash, didn't throw away the chicken, didn't nap, so I'm ready for bed now, but gotta finish this up. And then, went to work after that, and it was honestly, I was apparently super busy or super slow in the morning, and so that kind of warned me, and we're it might be slow, and it actually ended up being pleasantly busy. It was really nice, and I ended up making $70, and I was dude, people are just nice today. I was I think I had a $12 tip, a $17 tip, 2 10s, and I was just what is happening right now? This is sick. And then also got our checks today. I don't remember. Oh, I remember exactly where I put mine now. It's literally right there. But I'm gonna have to deposit checks tomorrow. deposit. Check. And then, setting the goal for tomorrow. It has to do with the daily thought, so I won't spoil it yet. But yeah, after work, Joseph was gonna order an Uber to get home from work, and I was like, dude, just let me give you a ride. And he was like a mile from my house, so I just gave him a ride home real quick, and then came right back. Super simple, super easy. He offered me like $10. I was like, dog, no. The Uber was $9, bro. I'm trying to save you money. Like, I don't care. And then got back. I texted my friend Dylan and was like, hey, are you off work? And he was like, bro, I've been off since 2:30. And I was like, you're still there. And so we reset his like VR pin so I could buy GORN on the headset, GORN 2. And I played a little bit. Korey watched me. It's like a totally different game. It's like, what the hell is going on, dude? It's an actual story. It's kind of nuts. And then, yeah. So I was getting a little like motion sickness from that, so I quit. And then went ahead and I came upstairs, and Anna and Summer were watching the K-pop Demon Hunter movie on Netflix. So I caught the tail end of it. It was actually really good. The animation was like a little wonky, but the soundtrack and the plot were like god tier. It was actually really entertaining, really good. And so after that, they were hanging out, listening to more K-pop, and I came in here and played some R.E.P.O, and I finally got past level 3 in single player, and I got into level 4, and I felt so accomplished. And then I got womboed by, I think it was the Mentalist. I don't even know what killed me. It was like pissing me off. I was like sitting there, but it's fine. And then yeah, I know that was so funny. And then I still need to go water the beans, but I'll do that right after the video log. Me. But yeah, at work today, I had I've been like entertaining this thought of affordable housing, in my town, and I don't know how much my location I want to talk about on video logs, because it takes one weird person. But affordable housing in my town, I think that you could easily make a bunch of small plotted houses, like probably, gosh, let me look up an example of an 800 square foot home. 800 square foot home. Yeah, like super small. I'm thinking like longer. How is it? This is 800 square feet with 2 bedrooms, dude. Okay, it doesn't even need that. 500 square foot home. Yeah, like studio homes. Bedroom, living area, kitchen, bathroom. That's exactly what I'm talking about. A tiny house plan. And so the goal of this tiny house would be to have a whole bunch of them on small plots of land. So like the images I'm looking at, I don't think I'll put them on my video. I really edit the video logs like that. But like just putting them on like small plots of land, and just imagine like 40, like imagine literally like 30 feet, 40 feet of like yard, and it's like dirt. So it's like you could like plant stuff there and like tend to nature, tend to outside. And instead of having fences, it's 2x4s. Like your neighbors, dude. Like your neighbors, like houses are all like connected to each other. And so it's like you share wall, like the walls are double insulated. So obviously you're not sharing heat, you're not sharing temperature, and you're not sharing sound. But like your houses are connected. And I was like looking at and like kind of guesstimating in my area, and there's like blocks on our boulevard that have like 4 single family homes, like 4 big houses. And I'm like, instead of having 4 big houses on one side and 4 big houses on the other, and then an alley in the middle, you could literally do 10 to 15 on each side. Like probably you could do realistically 12 on each side easily, and have a community area, and have a paved alleyway that's like a walkway, and have like bike racks or something. And it's like you could easily have a community location, and it'd be so simple. And so what I am contemplating is having it be city like coordinated housing. So the city owns the houses, and people would buy the houses from the city directly. And there's regulations. So one of the regulations I thought of, and that I think I'm like really iron set in, is the owner of the home has to live there. Like these homes are not to be put up for rent anywhere. If you own this house, you have to live in it. And majority, I mean like 99.8% of the home purchases will be first time home buyers. And I was like, the reason it's 99.8% not 100% is I think there's going to be times where people will have like gotten their homes foreclosed, like they weren't able to make the mortgage payments, and they get kicked out, and it's like, yeah, here's a more affordable. Let me look up mortgage payment calculator. Continue. Purchase price, 80,000. Down payment, 0. Continue. No military service. Can I do no credit score? Let's do low. Get results. Dude, that's incredible. Actually incredible. Because I imagine these houses would be going for 80 to 100 grand. So what that means is a 15-year mortgage. Are these 15-year mortgages? What is this? I feel like this is not a 15-year mortgage. Except apply now. No, I don't care to apply. How do I know if it's a... How do I know if it's this? Compare terms. Purchase price, 80,000. Down payment, 0. Dude, literally, with bad credit, it's a $700 mortgage payment. So people are paying, like, if it was 80 to 100 grand for the house, it's less than the going rate for rent. And so having it be city controlled means you can regulate it, right? So obviously, regulated, only first time home buyers, you have to live there. That's it. And then you can have one of the things that I contemplated, like, to raise funds for like maintenance and stuff is having like a relationship with a local credit union. Like, so we have ICCU or like Pioneer Federal or whatever in Idaho. And one of the things that I think would be totally feasible is the mayor goes and negotiates with like the branch manager and basically says, hey, if our people are buying the homes from us and they finance it through you, you give us 1% of the interest. So on this, just for example, it's 9% APR. The bank, theoretically, I would love if the bank got 8% and the city got 1%, and that was the maintenance. Because if you're selling 30 homes, you're getting that much money per month. You can use it to pay for like a city ordained HOA in of a way. And it's not necessarily HOA like you're doing this, don't paint your house that, da, 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 da. It's more like community support. And so I imagine it's someone who sits at a desk and files paperwork and like writes reports and basically like if and walks around town and anyone like walks around the block, and if anyone has any questions, cares, or concerns, they're the person to go to. And I think it could be a really good way to support just a really decent paying city job. And just like a really good, like, this is the neighborhood person. You know, and it's like finding someone who wants to be friendly and wants to be close to people and wants to bring people together and like be supportive and like you have a vision for this event, let's make it happen here. Right? And like have community areas and stuff like that. And I think it'd be totally feasible to just do that. And I think it'd be so cool. And it's like you could literally apply for an $80,000 mortgage. And I mean, median house prices, 300, 400 grand across America is unfathomable for my generation. So having something like this that's a stepping stone where you're paying less than renting prices, but you're getting equity and you're learning the responsibilities of being a homeowner, right? And as mayor, I can just go and meet these people and just be like, hey, here's why this is beneficial. This is what you need to do. And just be like, the reason it's cheaper than renting is because you are responsible for this place. If the toilet breaks, you are responsible. If the shower breaks, you are responsible. If you need a new shower head, you are responsible. If there's water leaking, you are responsible. This is your home. Like, you are responsible for this. So you need to take care of it. You need to upkeep it. And it's like, we have assistance in place. Like, I want the city, the neighborhood clerk to be able to provide assistance short term and like immediate solutions or referral contacts, right? Like plumbers, electricians, like people that they can send to, like, hey, I don't have a personal this. What should I do? Call this number. And it's like something like that where they can be helpful and like be a part of the community, and like they could even live there if they wanted to. Like, honestly, 80 grand for a home, but they own the land. And so how I think it'll work, like to churn people, is like when you own the home outright, 10, 15 years, probably less if you're being like really smart with your money. I honestly think my little brother could pay it off in 5. It just being really, really tight, with the job he has currently, $20 an hour. Living alone, single income, he could easily pay it off in 5 years, maybe even less. But that's crazy. And it's gonna be topped out on 15-year mortgages, so there's gonna be no like 30-year mortgage. You can't finance this forever. You're not paying $400 for a 30-year mortgage, dude. It's ridiculous. But the way it's going to work is they will own the asset, right? So they have the equity in the land. And so what they can do is, as long as they live there, it's theirs. But if they ever want to like move out and start a family, they have equity in the home. So if they own the home outright, whether property value has gone up or down, doesn't matter. They own the home outright, they could leverage that equity to put a down payment on another home. And I think it'd be so cool. And again, city rules and regulations, the home just has to be bought by a first-time home buyer. And so we're never going to end up with like a real estate company owning the homes. And so I think it might require a little bit of like logistical finesse that I'll have to learn eventually. But I think it'd be really, really cool and really, really interesting to have them be able to sell it like person to person and just be like, yeah, this was my home for years, dude. Like please take care of it. Like, there's a lot of things, like these are the exact things that's wrong with it. This is exactly what to expect. This is exactly what it'll do for you. And then they'll get their 80 grand from the bank, the ICCU, that lends that 80 grand to the person to purchase the home, right? And so I just think it'd be so cool. It'd be such a nice like stepping stone into capitalism, because the main issue with capitalism is the younger generation has no capital. So having the ability to effectively, efficiently, and cost like cheaply step their way into owning capital and having leverage, having something that stores value over time that you're also using, having a it's not even necessarily a growth asset, but it is I know there's a word for it. I'm like thinking of like a loading asset. It loads. The bar of equity that you own grows. With renting, you're never gonna get that, and it's cheap enough that you'd be able to save. And all it takes is a little bit of work from the city. Like, you just have to zone it properly, you have to have the vision, and you have to implement the systems well enough that it comes naturally to people. And I think it'd be so cool and so beneficial. And it's like, honestly, the only things you really have to do is, like, really, you would just have to worry about the quality of people who are moving in. And just being like, yeah, like, if you're going to live here, you have to respect your neighbors. You're in such close quarters, you have to. Like, you can't be playing loud music all hours of the night, especially outside, right? Like, you have to abide by society. And so it's like, that would probably be one of the downsides, is people would get annoyed with each other really quickly. But it's also just, the price is unmatched. Like, you couldn't beat the price. And I think that the houses would be cheap enough to build that it would be unfathomable to not be able to throw up 15 to 30 of them in a month. Like, they're so cheap and so easy to build. And then you can sell them at a profit, and it's good for the community and good for the people. And so it's like what is the downside? Like, I'm going to have to look way more into this and find a downside. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That was like the whole thought, essentially. I thought it was really interesting, the relationship with the credit union. I would love to speak on with someone about that and just see if that's possible at all. I think it'd be so interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna go order my beans and I'm gonna head to bed. So hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you in the morning. See ya.